All right, another week, another fight week, George. A big fight here for Liam Paro. Sort of, a chance to stake his claim as the pay-per-view star here in Australia.
Yeah, well, I think he's done a great job of it so far. Not only with his performances, but with all of the media that we've seen him do. Like he's a natural. He's a natural in front of the camera. He's a natural on the mic. He's only going to keep growing and keep getting better and better. And the only thing that you've got to do then is back it up with the performances in the ring, and I've got no doubt that he'll continue to do that. Very tough fight for him though on Thursday night. Very, very tough fight, but one that he can win, and that it really opens doors for him.
What doors do open up for Liam? Obviously, some great fighters there at welterweight. Barrios, there's a fight on the weekend as well. Rolly Romero, what's sort of there for Liam?
Yeah, look, I'd love to see any one of those. You've got Rolly Romero, who's super entertaining. I think he'd be great to bring out here to Australia too. Mario Barrios is we saw him in action just recently. Look, all of these fights that you've mentioned, all these people that you mentioned, they're all fights that I believe Liam Paro can win. I believe, given the opportunity, he can definitely win, and he's just got to keep doing what he's doing, and we'll make sure that we can get him to them opportunities that he deserves, and try and get as many of them as we can here in Australia, because his energy that he's bringing to the boxing at the moment, I think it's something that Australia needs, and something that will only continue to grow.
Talk us through the last 24 hours. What's transpired? We just got here and heard the news, but what have you been going through?
Fucking everything. I've been going through everything. It's actually Brendan Bradford put it into perspective for me just before. We did a show here in Brisbane where we had to move the whole venue. We had to push it back 2 days. We moved everything, changed the broadcast and everything, and turned all of that around. So that was probably harder than this, so I shouldn't complain. But it has been a stressful last 24, 48 hours, between Paulo's opponent and then Brock Jarvis's injury. It's been a few curveballs, but nothing that we can't deal with and find a solution for. We're very close to finding solution for Paulo, because I'd love to see him back in the ring. He's done the work, and he deserves to get his chance to walk out on Thursday night and show everyone what he's been doing, regardless of who that opponent is, to show everyone the work that he's been putting in.
For Brock Jarvis, obviously there was talk that if he gets the win, he could fight Nikita Tszyu. Is that sort of pushed to the side now? What's the status on that?
Yeah, well, he's gone straight in for surgery now. I don't know exactly what what was torn. He has torn something, and then I don't know how long that puts him out for. But it really, it's a shame for Brock, because the momentum that he's built leading up to now, the great win that he just had, and the fact that he was ready to turn around and get straight back in, it's a shame for him and for his team for the work that they've done to rebuild and be back and ready to take on a fight like Nikita. But I hope that it all goes well with him, though the surgery goes well, and that he is back in action and gets a chance to do what he does. But right now it looks unlikely that he'll be ready to fight Nikita.
Does that mean that Michael Zarafa, he'd be the happiest man alive today, wouldn't
he? Well, nothing's confirmed for anything yet, but as I said, we were really keeping an eye on Brock for that fight, and what transpired with it, but now that's not happening, so the odds have shortened.
This card, Liam Wilson on here as well. He's not too far away from getting back to the top.
No, Liam's still right there, and that's the beauty of a fighter that gives his all in every fight that he's in. Liam Wilson gives his all in every fight that he's in, and that's why he's still in these positions where he's this far away from world title opportunities. And regardless of his record, regardless of his losses at the top in world title challenges, he's always put on a big performance. So it's never really affected his rating, because not only does he put on a good performance in those fights, he bounces back. He takes tough fights, gets straight back into it, and that's what he's done yet again. So he's back in that position now where he could be fighting for a world title again soon, and very tough fight though again for him. It's a tough one for him to get through. If he can get through that, then the world door opens again.
What does the back end of this year look like? Is Nikita he's got one more fight left in him for the year. Sam Goodman's also there as well. What does that look like?
Yeah, look, there's going to be some great announcements for you coming in the next few weeks. So there'll be some really good announcements that we can make, and I'm excited for the back end of the year. It was always going to be a big end to the year regardless, but obviously a few different curveballs that we have faced in these last few months. But man, it's going to be a fun finish to the year, and you'll get the exclusive for it. Not today though. Not today.
We're going to go to Japan next month, so if we could put it in November for us, that'd be perfect. Or December.
Do you know what? I'll schedule it around you. I'll schedule it around you. Since Ash was the best translator that we've had today, she was fantastic. I'll move it around for you.
That'd be great. What else is sort of going on around the circuit? Any other plans?
No, well, we're just looking forward to finishing this year strong, so that we can start next year big as well. You mentioned a few of those guys who will be looking for fights. If we can finish a year really strong with them, it opens up for a great 2026. So really excited for these next few months and what transpires. Starting here on Thursday night, seeing what results happen here on Thursday night, and then building into these next few shows, and enjoying Christmas and hitting the year hard and fast next year. Yeah.
Peter Bedell told me that Tim Tszyu said that he's going to fight on and he won't retire. Anything you can reveal on that?
Nothing that I can reveal for you today, but yeah, Tim's hungry to get back in. He's a fighter. He's always been a fighter. We've known the type of person that he is, and I'm assuming that you're not shocked that he wants to get back in and get amongst it. So I think that'll be very exciting too, and good for Australian boxing when Tim Tszyu's back at it. It's always good. So I'm excited for what could transpire there too.
Sebastian Fondora and Keith Thurman. Thoughts on that fight?
Yeah, fun fight. I think Keith's going to make it fun no matter what. We got to see him live in the flesh and what he brings to a fight. So I think it's a huge opportunity for Fondora to continue to grow his name, and a very bloody hard fight for Keith. Very hard fight for Keith. But we saw what he still possesses, and he's smart. He's smart as all hell. So I'm curious to see how that fight goes, but I'm looking forward to the entertainment leading up to it.
Now, what can we expect here on Thursday night? A brilliant venue here in Brisbane.
I think another opportunity for Liam Paro to announce to Australia who he is and what he brings to boxing. He's a best kept secret that we've had for quite some time. Given that he won a world title, didn't get the chance to defend it here and didn't get the chance to show Australia, what he can do. This is him climbing back to the top and showing everyone who he is and that he's going to be a star here in the country for a very long time.
Nice one, George. I'll see you next Friday.
Thank you.